Time to get up and go outside for a walk. Yes, it is, pretty princess. Pretty princess. He's a baby girl. He's a baby girl. Yeah, I rubbed that belly this morning. Good morning, everybody. And happy hump day. Thank you, Mr. Kim. Alright. Come on, let's get this thing moving. 6:30. Gotta get going. Got a haircut this morning, shower. Man, I am on par, and it's time to get for a walk and test out the Insta360 Ace Pro. Alright, I'm not sure why, but it keeps turning the night stabilization off. Not sure how well this is going to work. I do not have a headlamp with me or anything. And it is quite dark outside right now. I did turn the Evo down a little bit from last night. Felt like it was a little over bright, which a lot of creators have said. So, we shall see. I think I'm in pure mode. Alright, there's a couple porch lights on here, plus some other things. We're going to give this thing a little test. Last night, when I got in the house, it looked pretty decent, so we shall see. We were getting out of the house on time. Now we just got to get moving and get this walk done. So I guess I'm just going to pull Priya along like normal. Good morning, everybody. Oh, it is 32. It looks like we might have gotten a little bit of snow on the cars here. Just a little bit. So it's supposed to be flurrying right now, and that is not happening. So going through all my camera bags, I actually pulled out the little handle from the kit that came, I believe, with the snap grip. So that's what I'm using right now, because I don't need anything gigantic with this. The field of view on this thing is just, even in D-Warp, is absolutely super wide. So I think it goes from maybe like 16 millimeters to like freaking 18. It's still way wider than the iPhone, so don't need a whole lot. The only other thing is there's not going to be any background blur with this, unlike the whatchamacallit, the Pocket 3 with the 1-inch sensor that has background blur. This would be really curious to see. There is some light right now, but I can see where I'm going without having, camera flash in my face. So it's kind of a nice thing. Maybe by the time we get done walking, we'll have a little bit more light. But I think we're going to be in pure video mode this entire walk. And so in front of me, I can see the street light area. Okay, now I can see the sky a little bit more. Couldn't see the sky earlier. Now I can see it. See how that looks. And like I said, on the screen, it is super, super grainy because the preview is not going to be as when it, does its final little editing, processing. That's what it is, processing. So now that I get into this light here, this should actually help the situation a little bit. Oh man. You don't see really any snow on the ground, but the cars have a little bit on it, probably because they're colder, because they're metal. Little bit of breeze. I have microphones in stereo right now. I hear a car, but I don't. Okay. I think I must be hearing traffic out there. Alright. What are you thinking, kids? We're like, it's not too bad out here, honestly, for 32 degrees. This does turn off AI highlights when you're in pure video mode. I will actually test out the regular video mode in low light. I just gotta make sure the stabilization gets turned on. I don't know why it keeps turning off. I did make 2 presets, one for video, one for pure video, which are super simple to do. Everything else seems to be staying, but stabilization turns off every time I turn the camera off, which is absolutely stupid. And if that's a thing, that's something they need to work on. I will be like, why does my stabilization turn off every time I turn the camera off? Because you forget to do it. It's one more step you have to do? Come on. So, we'll see. But let me switch over to regular video mode and see if there's a huge difference from pure video. I don't even know if you can see me, but I'm thinking you can. Button's a little tricky sometimes. Doesn't always want to respond. Come on, guys, let's go. So we are in standard video mode now, and I had to turn stabilization back on. All this was done before I left the house. I did all this before I left the house, and it keeps turning everything off. And I don't know if it's when you switch modes, or if it's just a stupidity thing with this camera that it's going to turn your stabilization off. I don't know if it really is going to help That's from what some of the videos I saw. I think it does the night. It's night stabilization. It's not just the standard stabilization. It's when it's in dark. So you get that image, optical, or not optical, but digital stabilization kind of gets crappy in low light. So it has an extra feature for low light stabilization. So yeah, you're gonna want it on if you're in low light. Duh. Thing, because when I switched back to pure video without turning the camera off, it stayed on. So I don't know, maybe if I use the camera a few times and have it on, maybe it'll stay. So alright, we got a light behind us. See if we can see the puppers. Back to pure video. See how much difference that makes. That was a really low light situation, so I'll kind of play around back and forth between regular video and pure video. I'm not gonna lie, these little action cameras are definitely slightly more convenient to hold and to shoot with than the iPhone and the ShiftCam and all the extra microphones. I did pair my AirPods with this thing. I don't have them with me now. I set it all up and forgot to bring them along. So maybe in the car we'll do that and see how that works in the car. So I just hope it doesn't like try to connect to my phone. I might have to turn the Bluetooth off on my phone so it connects to this, so it doesn't play music through or something. Yeah. With a little more lighting down here, let me switch back over to video mode and see where that trade-off is. I mean, it's we're nowhere near sunrise yet, so this is it's not pitch black out. It's starting to get light, but it's dawn. It's very early dawn, 6:30 in the morning. I think our sunrise is 7:45, so we've got a ways to go until that. Hell, I'll already be at work by the time sunrise is. Back into video mode. Not sure, because there's a little bit of a delay when this thing starts recording. And again, that's another feature it turns off. You can't turn on the kind of like hindsight. I forget what they call it, but it gives you either a 15 or a 30-second startup beforehand. I didn't even play with that one yet, which I think when Mike and I go out on our little adventures, that might be something smart to turn on, because there's times when I can't get the camera out fast enough and I miss something. As long as you have the camera on, it's kind of saving the last either 15 or 30 seconds of the clip. I think 15 is probably enough, because then when you hit record, it starts from that 15-second mark. And it keeps overwriting it, so you can, like I said, it's just like GoPro's hindsight. It'll capture that while you're actually not recording, but it's saving some time. All right, now I got a light in my face, so probably helps see me. Yeah, like I said, I did cut my hair this morning. Well, basically cut the sides and the back, trim that up. I did a little bit. I didn't do too much on top. I did a little bit with my bangs. Trim my beard to the same length as I did the side of my head, just to kind of get some of the dead off. So December's beard growth can kick in and get a really bushy, manly beard this year. I'm thinking probably Marchish, at least, unless the weather's either already stay really cold into April or we got a heat wave. I'm probably gonna just keep this thing for a while. So. The only thing I'll have to do is trim above my upper lip, and that'll make me feel, like I'm not, wearing my food when I'm trying to eat it. Oh, voice recording. This thing is very responsive, and you don't have to like call out the name of the camera. You just say, "Stop recording." Yeah, that works really nice. Really, really, really nice. That way you don't have to touch the camera. You can just tell it to do what you want it to do. And you can actually tell it to take a photo as well, even if you're in video mode. It'll switch over automatically and then go back, stay in the mode that you're in. Alright, now the voice activation is not working too good. It was working really good there, and then took a couple pictures. Of course, it reset itself back to 12 megapixels instead of 48. And now it won't listen to me. Definitely found a bug. It's not listening to me now. I don't know why. I mean, it switched over. It did switch the mode, but then it wouldn't go back. I don't know what the hell that's all about. Anywho, well, the wind died down, so the audio quality shouldn't be too horrible. I do want to really test the AirPods out though. See how miserable or possibly potentially okay they may be. So we can not have to hook anything into this and risk destroying my DJIs more than they already are. Alright, we're already through the playground. It's starting to get a little lighter out, but ever so slightly. Well, Kurt, I guess if you were telling it the right commands, it would know what you're saying. It's record video, take photo, stop video, or stop recording. Yeah. I was telling it the wrong thing. You gotta be very specific. Okay, well, it's not a glitch. Kurt's stupid. And it did turn the stabilization off when I rebooted the camera to see if that was the problem. I literally had to go in the menu and see what the codes were. I mean, I only did it like 6 times and then I stopped doing it. So, that was user error. Don't mind me. Okay. Take the rest of the property walk, so we'll quit recording now. And, probably do a little timey-lapsey on the way to work today. This thing probably in regular mode, I'm thinking. I don't know if I want to do it in 4K 30 or 4K 60. But I'll think that over. Maybe 60. Could do 4K 120 if I really wanted to push it. Gives more detail. Still, no music can be used because I haven't found a track that for driving that isn't being copywritten. We haven't gotten one of our pretty sunrises in a hot minute. Feels like it's been, what, 4 days? So I think like right now this would be like the prime time, but we'll see. Trees are all bare. I'm gonna kind of do a different angle here because I'm in a section I shouldn't be recording. So here's my thought process on why this is doing this. You're not going to always need stabilization, maybe. So it's not something that just stays on. Because right now I did not turn it back on. I just basically fired up the camera. So I'll have to wait and see what this looks like. Still should be in pure video if we are. But no stabilization for low light, which honestly it's getting brighter out. So I could probably almost switch over to regular video mode. And let's try that real quick since it's gotten a little bit brighter out. Alright, so any difference? Now I'm kind of away. I'm not aiming in the apartment that doesn't want to be on film. Trying to be respectful but somewhat jerk about it at the same time. So yeah, I wonder. So night stabilization's not on right now, but the image stabilization's set to high overall. So I think this we're getting probably back into. I don't know if this is the best lighting still for regular video mode yet or not. It is on. I'm going to go have breakfast number 2. I want my eggs. Zaddy picked up a whole, like 36 of them yesterday. So hopefully there's avocado toast with eggs again this morning because that was freaking delicious yesterday. And I don't want to worry about eating. Although I probably will be hungry before I leave because I got to go to Sam's Club after work. Avocado toast with egg? No way to start the day. And this should hold me over for having to eat the rest of the day until I get home. Alrighty. See how this looks. We are moving. Oh, jeez. My car has been running for... Oh, jeez, I didn't put the fans on. Oh, I just turned them off when I don't know what I did. Anywho. Yeah, you definitely get a wide cabin view, that's for sure. Jeez. That is on D-Warp. Jen walking Bella. 7:30. That's not too bad. That's better than I've been doing. Of course, getting up at, I woke up at 4:34 and laid back down and my stomach did not feel good. So I got back up 4:05. Oh man. What a morning, but breakfast was delicious. That was filmed on the iPhone. I'm going to try to reduce the amount of iPhone footage today. I really, you know what? There you go. That's the 2 times zoom in. Probably bring it back over a little bit. There we go. That might be better for the car instead of being such a wide angle. It's supposed to be a lossless 2x zoom, so it may switch a little bit back and forth because of it trying the image stabilization. I don't know, because now it seems like I'm over too far the other way. I don't think I really need to tighten that down. But the flip-up screen's nice on this portion because don't have really a control. I don't know. There is an app for the watch. I did look this morning, and there is an app. I don't know if it'll let you, per se, record with it, or view with it, I should say. Probably gives you controls. I don't know. I have to look at that. Play around with that too, since I'm not investing right now in the GPS. Maybe on the second go around, if I decide the camera's okay enough to keep, it will just get the GPS version and have yet another thing to wear. So, but this windshield's pretty cleared off. Bring it around. Oh, school bus jumps in front of me. Screen back down. See what kind of angle I'm at. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I leveled this thing off, and I'm beginning to wonder if I'd leveled it off. Now it feels like everything is kind of facing forward, but it's facing too high when I turn it around. Well, that was actually on 2x too. Windshield on 2x. That might be better for driving as well. Hopefully I'm lined up here. I think I am. And I put the screen down. The screen does have, it locks in, and there's two little side things that you have to squeeze in to lift the screen, so it can't accidentally come up and like get snapped off if it was in your bag or something, or in your pocket. So they were thinking about the flip-up screen. I was worried because there's like a ribbon in there that connects it to the camera, that the ribbon could end up getting, eventually over time, being up and down, getting squeezed, will end up failing. It's one of those, and the fact that the screen could get snapped off, but it's on there it's a pretty rugged hinge on that thing, and it's not like it just moves freely. I mean, it's got a lot of resistance, so that you can angle it in different positions depending on how you're filming, if you need to see your shot. So I think we're going to worry about the AirPods when we're off work going to Sam's Club. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Too busy out right now, and I'm not. I got to get myself to work. So, oh man. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm kind of curious on whether or not my iPhones are going to interrupt Bluetooth. That's why I don't know if I have to mess around with things to get it to work. If I have to turn Bluetooth off on both my iPhones, if I have to like connect it or something because of the phones, and I just don't want to have to deal with that right now. So let's do a quick little drive to work video, and probably do partway in wide, and then I'll do the 2x zoom and see which one looks better. Well, it is showing the AirPods connected. Now let me see if I turn my Bluetooth back on if I lose it. But I think once it's connected to it, but I think you have to turn the Bluetooth off on your phone ahead of time. It'd be interesting to see what this sounds like, even though this is totally legal to drive like this. Where are my car keys? Alright, that's my work keys. Alright, well, it does show a little icon when the Bluetooth is connected, so that's good to know. Yeah, I can't hear anything, so we're not going to do this. Alright, we are back without them. Now they got the music turned off. Oh, boy, I tell you what, that record bar is very, very vibrant. I think I don't know if, I think you can only turn them on or off. I don't think there's like a lower setting to kind of hide it. A little windy outside right now, so I'm kind of curious when we walk into Sam's Club. I am going to park really far away out so I can get my mileage. Now, someone said that polarized lenses with this thing were garbage, but so far, I mean, I can still see the screen. All right, everybody's turning. Got a lady trying to turn into this place that's holding up traffic. I mean, it's not the best, but I think depending on the angle you have it, you might be okay. I only think the only problem with being zoomed in twice is the fact that when I go around corners and it does its stabilization, it might like lose me. Yeah, we'll see. This guy in front of me leaves the red light and drives over the curb. If it would have been a tracker, he might have been on his side. Alright, that's kind of interesting. You don't view with the watch. You get no view, but you can control and you can change all the settings with the watch. It gives you the battery percentage at 46%, which is kind of scary because, you know, didn't really do a whole lot with it. And how many gigabytes are left on the card. You can change, like, you know, photo mode, burst mode, all that stuff. You can change all the modes with it, but it doesn't give you a viewer. Alright, just kind of curious. I wasn't going to take it in, but I want to see what the wind does. I don't have it on, I have it on stereo right now. So I want to see if this little bit of wind affects it or if it needs to be a little more serious. Alright, well, now I gotta go back in and get my pizza. As it was, like they said, 15 minutes. Of course, I got held up to the register trying to get our Mucinex, which they didn't have the Sam's Club brand number card, so it's like 3 times the price. And I get to the door and the girl's trying to tell me that I didn't scan the turkey. Got my receipt, it's like right there. I knew I had 9 items. For some reason it wasn't coming out. Anyhow, back and get this pizza and get home. I'm kind of curious because the wind's a little higher now than it was earlier. I keep saying I want snow. Guess what it's doing? It's flurrying. Finally. They're more like ice chunks though. They hurt when they hit me in the face. Very not comfortable. Anyway, I got pizza. I'm gonna get this in the car before I spill it. I highly recommend the 1/4-20 mount for this thing if you're gonna get it. It makes a huge difference. It locks in so fast. Is that a C? I don't know if I should charge it or not. It's like down to like 42% or something. You know what? Let's let it go. We're gonna plug it in. Freaking send the footage over anyway. But yeah, that mount, and then it's got a lock on it to top it off, so it can't come loose. But it's from what I've seen from the other mount, which I didn't even get out of the box, you have to like, it goes in and then you have to like push it to lock it. This one just sucks it right down and clicks right in. It's expensive, don't get me wrong, but I think overall it's a better mounting option because then you have porter 20 and you have feet that auto retract. They're like spring loaded. Home sweet home, battery nearly dead. Yeah, I don't know about battery life on this thing. Of course, this is the first charge, and I did leave it on most of the walk. Go potty! Alrighty, we got a full battery again, so I don't know how close I can be with this thing, focus-wise. But that's the mount I'm talking about. Now I have the Joby quick release plate on the bottom of it, but on the bottom, underneath here, there's actual, like, GoPro style feet, the drop-down legs, that are kind of retractable, is what I was talking about earlier. Unfortunately, I overpaid on Amazon, because on their website, this thing is like $35, and I paid, I think, $49 for this. Now, there's another piece that locks in here that you could put on the bottom of, I think, some of their other cameras. It's got a quarter 20 going the other way, so it'd give you a quarter 20 and a quarter 20 base, so. Alright, well, it's been quite a while since I filmed, because it's just been a kind of day. Ugh. Actually laid down and took quite a nap, woke up and was like, where am I? Why is it 5 in the morning already? It's 5 at night. Now it's going for like 7. I'm going to be honest, so far from what I've seen, I'm not overly impressed. We shall see once I get this thing exported if it cleans it up a little bit. Because I think I have my render set on fast and not quality because it's taking too long. But the import actually felt like it took forever, so I thought the quality was actually going to be a little bit better. Let's go potty, baby. Alright, we haven't gone for a walk or nothing. Come on, Priya, come on, go outside, go potty. Come on, go outside, go potty, and I'll get dinner ready. Come on, go outside, go pee-pees. Little girl. Yeah, you go outside, go pee-pees. Go pee-pees. You go pee-pees. Get going. So, we shall see, but I'm not, so far, I've only seen a little bit, and I haven't been too wowed by it. Is it yummy? Yummy. Get in there on the doggy action. This guy eats like a freaking little mad dog. Priya's probably already done. Oh, you're not. I'm surprised. Taking your time there, sweetheart. What are you guys flapping your wings about? See, on the screen it looks really good. You should, I don't know. What? Hey, Jersey and Maya. I don't show these guys much anymore because they're in these cages. It just, like with the iPhone, the cage picks up and it blurs out the birds. So hopefully, with a fixed point, it'll actually look okay. Alrighty, everybody. Well, day 1 with this thing complete. I'm curious on the low light. You guys are gonna have to let me know because in the editor, especially in regular video mode, it looks horrible. Horrible. So, you know what? I want to see something once. I do have the flip screen up so I can see a little bit, see if how pure mode. Yeah, see right now, the screen's going to look bad right now because the curtains are all goofy. But anywho, time lapses look pretty decent. I did get the overlay from the Apple Watch. The only thing you have to do is make sure you're running an exercise while you're driving. So, in order for that data to come across. If you don't, there's no data. So, just keep that in mind. So the GPS remote may be a better way to go, so you're not just wasting your battery life on your watch and making a false exercise. So I'm going to call it a night. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please leave comments. Anything you want me to try out with this thing, any questions you have on the Insta360 Ace Pro, please let me know. We got about 13 days left, and I'll probably be sending it back. I'm not so sure. I think when I pit it against the iPhone, that's going to be the true test to see where the image quality breaks down. But I could be wrong. The only other thing I will say is when you say the S recording, I don't want to say it because it'll shut it down. You hear that, and you have to cut that clip. So stop recording. Yeah, and it seems like when you use that voice activation, like the front side though is audio free for a second. I don't know why that is. But anywho, there's just a couple little things I've noticed so far. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and stay safe and have a good night. Stop recording. Stop recording.